Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Ostrowski, and I'm here with my friend Kathy Perry. Kathy is a CMSA board member, but more importantly, she's a past recipient of the Performance Improvement Award. And we're here together today to encourage you to share your best practices and brag about your achievements because it's time to formalize your work and get rewarded. And the reward is not just bragging rights, there's a $1,500 honorarium. Now, applications for the CMSA Foundation Performance Award are now open. At first, the application may seem daunting, but it's not. Being a case manager is daunting, and you do that every day. Um, Kathy is going to walk you through the application and show you how easy it is to demonstrate your value, showcase your work, and help improve the lives of patients and clients. We want you to show everyone how to decrease length of stay, improve adherence, encourage health screening, or maybe improve vaccination rates, standardized practices, and more. You know what you do. It's time for you to share your knowledge. So I'm going to turn this over to Kathy, who's going to tell you how to do it.
Thanks, Laura. Thank you for including me in this today. As you can see on the slide that you're looking at, it's really, we do this every day. We plan, we do, we check, and act. What happened with me when I was doing, when I applied for the Process Improvement Award, I looked at the 5 W's plus H. So what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Who is doing the work? Where are you doing it? When did you do it? And how did you do it? So the process I did, it was work we did every day, and we identified something that needed to do some improvement, which we all do every day. We change things, we update things, we do things, improve processes. So we did, based on our readmission work, identified, and what we did was summarize what we did. So it was a readmission work, readmission prevention work to for patients after hospitalizations. So summarizing what the problem is, why is it important, and then plan how you're going to measure it. So I know where I work, we have lists and we collect data. So we can go through the list, we can pull the data in any organization where healthcare collects tons of data. So if you've got your favorite analyst to pull the data for you to look at it, that we looked at what our readmission rate was for pre the intervention and then after the intervention. And then how did we do it? My team does follow-up calls. So the 2 nurses, they just did their regular work in addition to adding an extra step in extra calls for members with COVID. And then how long did we do it? It's currently still ongoing because it was so successful that we reduced readmission rate to under 5%. And that's how, the team, how they did it was making the calls. Then we collected the data, analyzed the data, and then continued on. And what were the recommendations? And basically the recommendations were to continue. The application really looks daunting, but if you break it down into parts, it's like, why are we doing it and what is it? So summarize it. 500 words isn't that much. 350 words is even less. So if you look at it, when I looked at 500 words, it's one, if you remember back to your days in college, it's one double space typed page. That's and it goes quickly. And once the information starts flowing, it really it flows. What the issue is and why are you looking at changing? Those are kind of in combination. So it's almost like you're repeating yourself in the second half. Planning on what you're doing, how are you going to do it? Where are you getting the data? In our case, I would say it was other, but realistically, we're looking at medical records plus making calls. So that's how we got it. And then the sample, it was, identify your population. That's easy. We were looking at patients discharged from the hospital, and our standard process is we start our calls 48 hours after discharge, which in research actually shows that's the sweet spot. And then based on, what we found in our call, there would be additional calls. And then we analyze the data. We had the numbers, the number of people that were discharged, and we looked at the call rate and the success rate, and then analyzed it to see, was it successful? Did we have an impact? Yes, we did. If it didn't have an impact, why didn't it have an impact? Let's go back and reevaluate it. And then look at the satisfaction, both member satisfaction, member-patient satisfaction, and what did the staff that were doing the intervention, did they feel that it was value added? And then, we're doing and checking back and forth, and, then make our recommendations. Are we going to continue this? Or is it something that's not value added and we really didn't make an impact? And in why we didn't make the impact, and then assess it and maybe make some changes to see where we can go further. It's that simple.
Thanks, Kathy. Now you've seen this is very doable, guys. It's not scary at all. You need to remember, you've already done the hard part. It's up to you to translate that hard part into the application, to spread the word, to get rewarded and recognized for the amazing work you do. Because as case managers, we're doing this every day. So, on your screen is a link to the awards. Show us what you can do and keep doing it. Thanks, everybody.
And actually, after you've done it once, your mindset is you're looking at everything that you're doing to see is it making an improvement.
And that's how we change the face of healthcare.